So that night me and my brother checked out the address, and there she was, in a derelict looking house under a tree, and I knew I had to save her because I fell in love with her straight away. Okay, so work has finally started on my 480. Hi guys, and welcome back to another video from me. I'm banging these videos out to you. Sunglasses are on, the sun is out, it's like 22, 23 degrees here in the UK. Me and my boyfriend have got a day off, well in fact the whole family are off today, but me and my boyfriend are going to crack on with my Volvo 480. Another change of plan, I was going to strip the whole car, repaint it, blah blah blah. I might still do that in the long run, but my dad, being my dad, says just leave the engine in there, it works, just concentrate on maybe just getting it through an MOT, see what it fails on, and then you can begin to fix things that it's failed on basically. So yeah, we're going to do some work probably on the brakes. When we did start the car a few times, there were things that were continuously, I can't say it, running, like there was like a water pump that was always on, the horn was always on. So what my boyfriend being an auto electrician, hopefully we can sort out some of the wiring sort of problems, get it running nicely, and then yeah, maybe concentrate on some of the service items and the bits that need doing where she's been sat for so long. So like the brakes, make sure the engine's sweet, and then we need to tackle some of the holes that were in the boot that my dad started to tackle but hasn't finished yet. Yeah, so we've got quite a lot to do really. So you see that I can touch it now, it's a little bit, it needs a new windscreen. I think it's just where I've been dumping things in. I've obviously closed the door and it's probably split from like here, so it'll need a new windscreen. I can still get hold of one, which is good. Bonnet's open at the moment. My dad stuck the battery on charge. We always disconnect the battery when we're not using it so the battery doesn't go flat, because most of the time it's just sitting here. Going to give the engine a quick looking over. It also needs some new tyres for the MOT at some point. Windscreen it might pass on, but again it does need one ideally. So we're just going to have a little look through the car, jack it up probably, and I'm going to try and video what I can for you guys. I think also we're missing parts of like the scuttle here. There's actually a little bit of an air thing missing from the Volvo. That's because we've got Volvo parts in the loft, Volvo parts in storage. It's just a case of finding when we put the parts and able to put it back together at some point. But yeah, we've just got Volvo parts scattered everywhere, and I bought that job lot of parts ages ago which are still in storage, full leather seat set and everything, so it'd be nice to sort of get some different bits in the car. But yes, I start some work. Me and Dale have been, what we've been doing, electrically testing parts of the Volvo 480. We've been cleaning up some of the contact points, and Dale's got his electrical testing probe out, which you can hear in the background, and it turns out the alternator, what is it, isn't reading very much, is it?
Not charging.
Not charging, so first point of call is to probably take that off and have a look. So probably need to jack the car up and take the alternator off. Alternator, I don't know if you can see it, it's there. So I've been using a few of my little tools at my new toolkit. So we need to take this off the alternator. We've cleaned up some of the points going into it, but it's still not having it, so we need to take that off and see what's going on inside. Yeah, so if it is the alternator, shall I say, it's broken, there's actually a guy down the road apparently that can sort of open it up and fix it for us. It's just a case of we've got to take it off, maybe have a look, see if we know is anything obvious that's wrong with it. If not, we'll have to take it down the road to a guy that can fix it, so hopefully we can fix the old one. But before we take the alternator off, we are going to go and get a Mackey's because we are starting. Dale's been using this and putting it on all the probes and stuff, electrical points. I've been using my little toolkit to get some of these off, and that's what he's been using to test out the bits. And we've, like I say, it's worked because we have found a problem, and we're going to hopefully sort it. Tia, this is a baby that she really loves. Tia and baby have joined us outside to watch Project Volvo. Bought some of this fast giant contact cleaner to clean up properly, and we're about to jack the car, front the car up. Oh, you brought a water out. Oh, cute. Just about to jack up the front of the car so we can see the belt that we need to take off on the alternator. She keeps squeaking her toy. Right, so it took a while, but the alternator is off. We've put all the parts of the alternator on the alternator so we don't lose any nuts and bolts, and then we'll probably take it down the road to hopefully get it repaired. So hopefully we won't need to buy a new one, we can just get the original one repaired. We have just taken the alternator apart, and this, what does this do?
Voltage regulator.
This is the voltage regulator. I'm learning a lot today. So those little points basically,
And the bushes.
should be like the same length.
8 mil.
8 mils. As you can see, the top one is higher and the front one there, so they should be the same length, because what they do, for anyone that doesn't know, is they have to hit on here, and obviously, say for example that one's hitting, so that's good, but that one isn't because it's shorter, so we basically need, the alternator in itself should hopefully be good, so hopefully we just need to get this sort of voltage reader bit, get a new one of those, put it onto the alternator, hopefully they'll then make contact like they should on those, and hopefully we can save this original alternator, but this bit is knackered. Oh, stop eating biscuits, Tia.
Why is your dash cluster not light up though?
Oh, it's probably disconnected. So basically, one of the circuits of this horn, get out dog, isn't working and one is. That's not, so again it could be another problem with the horn. Is it working now?
No, it's just going to ground.
Oh, she spotted dog biscuits. No, get out! Tia! Helping her daddy. Okay. Right, so we're just about to take this pipe off, because when we revved it down earlier, it didn't rev down smoothly, did it? So we're going to take this off and see what it's doing in the throttle body. Yeah? Cool. Right, we're going to take this bit off now. So alternator is out. We've taken this, we've opened this up, the throttle body seems to be working correctly, so that's all good, we've checked that. One of the problems was when we started the car, some of the electrics were always on, like the horn for example, so Dale's just gone underneath the car and taken one of these off, which looks absolutely knackered. So it could be part of the problem why the horn was always on. So he's disconnected the horns, because you can always buy new horns for a car. Just going to get a wiring gram on up and see what else could be causing the horn to be on all the time, but this could be one of the problems. So yeah, we're going to see what the cause of that is. Is enjoying herself. Right, where I left you last, we were tampering with the horn, and since then Dale has taken the relays out of here, because there's always like a water pump always on when the engine's on. So we've what is it? When the engine's off, the coolant pump is always on, so we think it's a sensor, which is in there. So we probably need a new one of those, because when we connect it up, the sensors tell when the pump is too hot, hence why the pump comes on. Even though the engine's not hot, the pump's been still coming on. We've also been trying to see what the cam belt's like. From what we can see and access in here, it looks okay. We're trying to get the last bolt off, which is underneath the engine. Can't get the bolt off because even when we're undoing it isn't undoing, so someone's obviously sheared it or something, hence why the car is jacked up to try and get access. But yeah, we can't get the bolt off. So so far, oh, and also it looks like we need a new water pump because there's all like pink fluid and stuff coming out. So we need a coolant, temperature sensor, a water pump, oh yeah, and the alternator actually needs like some new bearings, so we might as well just get an alternator or take to the boat to fix it and get this bit all done in one. So yeah, and the subframe's rusty on it, surface rust, but she does need a bit doing actually. So yeah, that's what we've been doing today, just checking over bits, finding problems, which is good, so we then know what to fix. So yeah, not a bad first day on the Volvo. Right guys, look at my kink in my hair. Right guys, we've packed up the Volvo 480 for today. We've actually just come back from a meal out because we thought we'd earned it. So yeah, just in conclusion of this video, because it has been a bit hit everywhere really. So the subframe needs work because it has surface rust in it. Volvo 480 needs a new water pump as that's leaking. It needs a new coolant, temperature sensor, and damn, what was the other thing? And an alternator. So on the plus side, I've just ordered a water pump and a sensor for around 30 quid, new. So it's actually mad how cheap you can buy brand new car parts for. Probably aftermarket ones, but if it gets a job done and stops the problems, then obviously it's worth it. Yeah, I've actually been using my tools for the first time, my new tools, and my boyfriend Dale has been teaching me a thing or two about engine parts. It was really interesting when we opened up the broken alternator and looked at what bits were broken and why they were broken and what they should be doing if they were working. So yeah, I can see why people find mechanics quite interesting, because it's nice to see the outside of the parts within the insides and how they actually all work, like I've just said. But yeah, if you think I should do more of these videos, then let me know. Also, if you want to see more of in-action footage, like us actually taking apart the Volvo, then you know, let me know what you sort of, how well you can think I can go with these videos or what I can improve on. But yeah, that's just a 480 update. We finally started work after her being sat in for about 1.5 years. Please like this video if you like it. Please subscribe to my channel to see more from the 480 and more from our Italian car collection and large car collection in general. And I'll see you again. Oh, and follow me on Instagram. And I'll see you again in another video, maybe featuring a 480, maybe featuring something Italian. I'll see you again next time, guys. Thanks for watching and following my progress. Bye bye.